Hello guys, today we are going to learn about the HACCP system and food safety. So in this course we are going to learn about what is HACCP system, how the system works, what the principle behind the system and what is the application of this system. So all about to HACCP system we are going to learn in this course. In this video we are going to learn about what is HACCP and related definition which are helpful to understand HACCP systems, principle and their application. So the HACCP system is mainly based on the GMP. So what is GMP? GMP is good manufacturing practice. So any product which can manufacturize, they have a good quality of manufacturing, means no chances of getting contamination to the product during manufacturing the product from raw material to the final product. The good manufacturing practice, there are rules and regulation given by into good manufacturing practices. So there are given some rules to practice good way to manufacture food. So it's all about good manufacturing processes. In simple way we can know the good manufacturing process, like we can buy vegetables and fruit from market, we used to wash it thoroughly, then cook properly, then we consume it. So this practice is called good manufacturing practices. Okay, now let's move towards HACCP system. So first know about what is HACCP. So the HACCP is a hazard analytic critical control point. Okay, so what is HACCP? The hazard analysis critical control point. So hazard means any contamination of food. So we have one product, we making one product. Okay, so during the making product, from the raw material we collect, we slice it or we cooked it, after it we package it. So during the whole process of fooding there is hazard. Hazard means any type of contamination. So during the whole processing of food we identify the contamination, then analyzes it. What we analyze, there is contamination present or not. So okay, hazard analysis, any type of contamination present in the food, that we analyze. Then what is critical control point? So the critical control point, so if we having any type of contamination, that how much amount of contamination is present, it is harmful, can we control it? So the point is called critical control point. So HACCP system is given some principle to analyze the food and control the contamination and how the food is processed, which type of contamination present, and if any type of contamination present, then what is its critical point and how we control it. After controlling it, we also analyze the hazard. Okay, so during whole processing of food we identified the hazard or contamination, then analysis thoroughly, then we get the critical control point and then we try to control it, and after controlation of the hazard we again check that is there are any type of hazard condition is present or not, it is harmful to consume or not. It's very important before we can consume the food, or you can, if you are producing the food, then what is the quality of food, it's determined on the basis of HACCP system or its principle. So here are some factors showing that foodborne illnesses in United States outbreak which happen. So the factors are like improper cooling of food, or 12 or more hours between preparation or eating, contaminated by handlers, how the person who is handling the food, if he is not having good practices, good manufacturing practices, so the contamination can occur in a food. Raw ingredient which we use without subsequent heating or cooling process, or inadequate cooking, canning and heating, such the factors, and how much percentage of it have factors affecting during the outbreak of foodborne illnesses in the United States. So we see the definition of HACCP, its full form, how it's going to be works. Now let's move towards some definition which are useful in understanding the HACCP principle and application deeply. Okay, so the following terms and concepts are valuable in the development and execution of the HACCP system and are taken from International Commission of Microbial Specification of Foods ICMSF, or National Advisory Committee on the Microbiological Criteria for Food NACMCF. So it's a committee which gives some rules and regulation to process the food and analyze the contamination if any food having the contamination. Okay, so HACCP having some type of rules, you can say in simple way, to analyze our food hazard condition or its critical point. So first definition is control point. What means of control point? Any point in a specific food system where loss of control does not lead to an unacceptable health risk. So any point of hazardous condition which are does not lead to be unacceptable health risk. So you can control the contamination. That point is called control point. So if we are having any type of contamination in our food, we analyze it. Suppose the contamination is lower level, so we can easily control it. So it's called control point. After that, critical control point. So critical control point is any point or procedure in a food system where control can be exercised and hazard can be minimized or prevented. So we can minimize the contamination or we can control. Is the necessary to minimize or prevent the control? That point is called critical control point. So clear what is control point and critical control point. Now next is critical limit. One or more prescribed tolerance that must be met to ensure that CCP effectively control microbiological health hazard. So CCP, critical control point, having such a limit, having a limitation, it's called critical limit. If our product having critical control point, so its point might be having some limitation, that suppose it's having 10 ccp and its critical limit is 7. So it's a point where you have to limit the contamination of product. After that, CCP decision tree, a sequence of questions to assign in a determining whether a control point is CCP. So it's a procedure to analyze the CCP point to take a decision. They're having some type of questionnaire during the analysis of food. Corrective actions, procedure followed when a deviation occurs. So there are given some procedure you have to action to control the contamination or hazard during CCP. It's called corrective actions. Deviation, failure to meet a required critical limit for CCP. If we going to fail to minimize the critical control limit or for CCP, it's called deviation. HACCP plan, the written document that declined the formal procedure to be followed in accordance with this general principle. So you have to given some plan or principle. It's called HACCP plan. Now what is hazard? So hazard means any biological, chemical or physical property that may cause an unacceptable consumer health risk. Unacceptable contamination, toxic level, growth and or survival of undesirable organisms. So in food, any kind of contamination or biological, chemical, physiological property, in that way we can't consume that food which are risky for our health. It's called hazard. Then monitoring, a planned sequence of observation or measurement of critical limit designed to procedure an accurate record and intent to ensure that a critical limit maintain product safety. So monitoring means we going to monitor the our food. We having critical if we having contamination in our food, hazard analysis truth. So we going to monitor its CCP, it's a control point or it's a critical control point. Then we try to avoid or minimize the contamination. So the whole process we going to be monitor and we have its record. So it's called monitoring. Risk category, one of 6 categories prioritizing risk based on food hazard. So there are given some risk category that having high level of CCP point. So it's called risk category. Validation, the element of verification focused on collecting, evaluating scientific and technical information to determine whether the HACCP when properly implanted will effectively control the hazard. So after we controlling the hazards, we have to give validation. So suppose you have a 7 type of contamination in product, you have to you control the contamination, okay, but you have to give some validation that this product is not having any kind of contamination. So you do processing on it, so you have to validation, you have to give some validation for it. Then verification, methods, procedure and test used to determine whether the HACCP system term is in compliance with the HACCP plans. So you have to verify it, give the method or procedure, it's called verification. Now in short, we know all the definition which are helpful to learn HACCP principles and its application. So here we going to have some overview of HACCP principle about it. Okay, authored interpreted variously, the ICMSF and NACMCF view HACCP as a natural and systematic approach to food safety and as consisting the following 7 principles. Okay, so HACCP is a systematic approach to food safety, or to know if the processing food having any type of contamination and how we going to control it. So they are given the 7 principle by HACCP. So we going to learn it quickly. So first principle of HACCP is to assess the hazard and risk associated with the growing, harvesting, raw materials, ingredient, processing, manufacturing, distribution, marketing, preparation and consumption of food in question. So what is the first principle? So first principle is to assess the hazard and risk associated, means during the starting to end procedure we going to assess or we going to identify there is any kind of hazard, means any kind of contamination is present or not. So it's simple. First principle, assess the hazards. Okay, now second, determine the CCP required to control the identified hazard. So we identify the hazard first, then we need to determine critical control point to require to control the identified hazard. We know there is a contamination, but we have to know how much amount of contamination is present. So second point is determine critical control point. Then third, establish the critical limits that must be met at each identified CCP. So as we know critical control point, we going to establish the critical limit. So what is the critical limit of CCP? Then fourth point, establish procedure to monitor the CCP. We get to know CCP, then we establish a procedure to monitor it. Then fifth, established corrective action to be taken when there is a deviation identified by monitoring a given CCP. So as we know the problem, now we going to move towards its solution. So we going to establish a corrective action to control the contamination, or we going to control a CCP or it and monitor it. Then 6, established a procedure for verification that the HACCP system is working correctly. Then we take corrective actions. Once we take corrective action, we again need to check that it's working or not. So for the 6 point going to tell you that it's a procedure for verification. So the CCP is controlling or not by the corrective action. So we need its verification. Okay. Then last point is established a effective record keeping system that document the HACCP plans. So the last point is validation. You have to have effective record keeping system that document the HACCP plan. So last point we in a definition well also we discussed. So last point is a verification. After verification, it's a validation to HACCP plan. So in this video we going to learn about what is HACCP, some definitions and the overview of 7 principles of HACCP. In the next lecture we going to learn the all 7 principles in deep discussion, and then we going to learn about the applications of the HACCP system. So I hope you all clear about the HACCP and its definition and overview about the 7 principle. If you don't get it what is HACCP principle, don't worry, in the next video we going to discuss deeply with the 7 principles of HACCP. Okay, thank you so much.